A dark screen flickers. A single username appears on a hidden forum. No photo, no identity, only a reputation. They call him the Architect, a shadow in the cyber underworld. No one knows his real name, but his code will change everything. It begins with a simple ransomware program. Small, silent, effective. The Architect sells it cheap. Hackers test it on small businesses, shops, clinics, schools. Systems freeze, files vanish, a digital ransom note appears. Pay in Bitcoin or lose everything, victims panic. Some refuse, they lose years of data, others pay. And that's when the Architect sees the future. Not just one victim, thousands, not just one hacker, an army. The plan forms in silence. Ransomware as a service, anyone can rent his tool, a cut for him, a cut for the attacker. Easy, profitable, anonymous, the dark web lights up with offers. Join now, become rich. Dozens sign up. Then hundreds, attacks multiply overnight. City governments crippled. Hospitals forced offline. Police departments locked out of their own systems. Every ransom fuels the empire. The Architect never touches a single victim. His affiliates do the dirty work. He just takes his share. And business is booming. Bitcoin wallets fill with millions. Flashy cars appear in Telegram ads. Work with us. Live like a king. The recruits keep coming. One affiliate locks down an entire hospital. Ambulances are diverted. Surgeries delayed. The city quietly pays. Another hits a major university. Decades of research vanish behind encrypted walls. The ransom is paid within days. The Architect's empire grows larger. Governments finally notice. The FBI calls ransomware the biggest threat of our time. Europol analysts track patterns, same encryption keys. Same ransom notes, they point back to a single creator. But he stays ahead. Servers bounce across continents. Payments vanish through mixers. Chat rooms are encrypted. The Architect becomes a ghost. Law enforcement chases shadows. Meanwhile, affiliates celebrate. Photos of cash. Gold watches, luxury holidays, all posted on hidden forums. The world is bleeding. Billions lost. Victims broken. And yet the empire thrives, because behind it all is one man. The Architect, invisible, untouchable, or so he thinks. A blinking post on a hidden forum. Ransomware builder available. Profit share 70/30ths. It spreads like wildfire. Hackers from every corner of the world reply. Dozens, then hundreds. The Architect has found his weapon, ransomware as a service. He provides the code, they launch the attacks. Profits split instantly. It's efficient, brutal, and unstoppable. Affiliates target hospitals, schools, local governments. One city's police radios go silent. Servers frozen by encryption. The mayor admits defeat. They pay quietly in Bitcoin. No one talks about it in public, but behind closed doors, panic grows. News clips flash. Ransomware cripples City Hall. Another headline. University loses decades of research. Ambulances delayed. Surgeries canceled. Victims have no choice. They pay. Millions flow into wallets linked to the Architect. His affiliates earn big. Loyalty grows. The empire spreads without borders. Telegram channels flood with recruitment ads. Want easy money? Join us. Flashy photos of sports cars, stacks of cash. Young hackers can't resist. Every new recruit multiplies the damage. And the Architect remains invisible. He never attacks directly. No fingerprints, no traces. Only code. Investigators chase shadows. Patterns emerge. Same ransom notes, same encryption style. The digital fingerprints scream one name, the Architect. But where is he? Servers leap across continents, one day in Asia, next day in Europe, then hidden in offshore data centers by the time investigators catch up. The trail is cold. Meanwhile, attacks evolve. Small towns, major corporations, even critical infrastructure. An energy company shuts down pipelines after an attack. Gas prices spike. The public feels the pain. Politicians demand answers. Law enforcement calls it cyberterrorism. But affiliates laugh in secret chats. Screenshots show massive payouts. One affiliate brags, $500,000 in a week. Another, they begged us to unlock their files. The Architect doesn't brag, he doesn't need to. The empire speaks for itself. Bitcoin addresses linked to him grow fatter by the day, hundreds of millions locked in digital wallets. And still he stays silent, a ghost in the network, no selfies. No slips, only encrypted words. Rules are enforced. Never attack Russia. Never touch our backyard. Break the rules and you're banned. The affiliates obey. They know who holds the keys, the architect. The empire is no longer a project, it's an industry. A criminal franchise stretching across the world, and every ransom paid is another brick in his empire. The FBI issues a global warning. This is the greatest cybercrime threat of our generation, but warnings don't stop attacks. Every hour a new victim falls. Every hour the architect grows richer. For law enforcement, time is running out. But for the architect, time is on his side. And he knows it. A hospital ward goes dark. Doctors stare at frozen screens. Machines beep in warning. Ransom notes flash. Pay $10 million in Bitcoin. Lives hang in the balance. The staff has no choice. They pay, and the money vanishes into the dark web. The architect's empire grows stronger. Ransom demands rise higher every month. 10 million, 20 million, even 50. Corporations tremble at the numbers. Insurance companies scramble to cover losses. But even they can't keep up. Some refuse to pay. They lose everything. Factories shut down, airports delay flights. Governments declare emergencies, and still, the attacks continue. Behind the scenes, affiliates celebrate. One hacker posts, "This is better than drug money." Another shows photos of gold bars. The architect says nothing, but he watches everything. His code spreads across continents. North America, Europe, Asia. No one is safe. A major oil pipeline collapses under attack. Gasoline shortages spread across states. Lines of cars stretch for miles, citizens panic. The White House holds a press conference. "We are under attack," the president says. It isn't war. It isn't terrorism, it's ransomware. The architect has crippled a nation without firing a shot. Governments hunt him harder than ever. Cyber command units form strike teams. Dozens of agencies unite. They map Bitcoin wallets. They trace ransom notes. But the architect stays invisible. He uses mixers, proxies, offshore servers. Every time investigators get close, the trail disappears, frustration grows. But the attacks keep multiplying. Universities, airports, factories, even schools are targeted. Children watch helplessly as entire networks are locked down. Parents demand answers, but no one can stop the architect. He is everywhere and nowhere. Whispers grow on the dark web. He's untouchable. He has protection. Some say intelligence agencies secretly use his tools. Others claim he works with powerful backers. The truth? No one knows. But one thing is certain. The empire is no longer just about money. It's about power. The ability to cripple entire countries with a single keystroke. That power lies in the hands of one man, the architect. And the world is running out of time. A secret meeting room in Europe. FBI, Europol, Interpol all sit together. Screens light up with maps of cyber attacks. Red dots cover the globe. Each dot is a victim. Each dot leads back to one name, the architect. They launch a joint task force. Dozens of agencies, hundreds of investigators. The mission, bring him down, but he is always one step ahead. Servers move daily. Domains vanish overnight. Affiliates communicate only through encrypted chats. Payments are mixed, scrambled, untraceable. Law enforcement hits wall after wall. Meanwhile, the attacks intensify. A national railway system is locked down. Trains stop mid-journey. Passengers stranded for hours. The ransom, $25 million. The government quietly pays, and the cycle continues. Inside the dark web, affiliates joke. Governments bend faster than businesses. The architect watches silently, but his silence is power. Affiliates fear him, victims dread him, investigators can't touch him. In a quiet office, a cyber agent whispers, "He's not just smart. He's disciplined." They study his patterns. He never attacks his own region. He never speaks openly. He never slips. Every move calculated. Every attack precise. And still he grows richer. Reports say his wallets hold over $500 million in Bitcoin. enough to buy armies. Enough to disappear forever, but the architect doesn't disappear. He expands, new affiliates join daily. Hidden forums are flooded with applications, young hackers desperate for money. Veterans chasing bigger payouts, they all line up to serve him. And he accepts only the best. The attacks grow more sophisticated, custom malware, zero-day exploits, even insider threats. An entire telecom provider goes down, millions without internet for days. The ransom note taunts. Pay us or stay in the dark. The government pays. Citizens never know the truth. Behind the curtain, the empire thrives. Law enforcement gets desperate. Agencies turn to cyber spies. They plant moles in hacker forums. They pose as affiliates. They try to buy his code. But the architect tests everyone. One mistake and you're banned forever. He trusts no one except his empire. Whispers spread online. Who is he? Where does he live? Rumors range from Russia to Eastern Europe to Asia, but no one knows for sure. The architect has erased his trail. To the world, he doesn't exist. But his shadow looms over every digital corner, and the attacks don't stop. They only grow bigger. A cold night in 2025, somewhere in Eastern Europe. A dimly lit apartment. A single laptop glows. The architect types silently, his empire at its peak. Hundreds of affiliates. Billions stolen. Governments humiliated. Corporations broken. Hospitals, schools, transport systems, all under his shadow. And yet, he stays invisible. Behind the screen, he is untouchable. But cracks begin to show. One affiliate grows careless. He flaunts luxury cars online. Law enforcement notices, they trace him. A small mistake leads to a bigger clue. That clue leads to servers. The servers lead to wallets. The wallets lead closer to the architect. For the first time, his empire feels a tremor. In an underground forum, panic spreads. Are we being watched? Has anyone been arrested? The architect assures them. No mistakes, follow the rules, but whispers don't stop. A few affiliates disappear. Rumors say they were caught. Others say they were silenced. The paranoia grows. Governments intensify the chase. Task forces double their efforts. Millions spent on tracing him, but he always stays a step ahead. Then comes the biggest strike. A major energy grid is hacked. Entire cities go dark. Hospitals run on backup. Flights grounded. The ransom, $100 million. The world watches in fear. Media explodes with headlines. Cyber terror at a new level. Governments can't hide it anymore. Everyone knows his name, the architect, but with fame comes risk. The FBI leaks a photo, a blurry image, a man with glasses. No one knows if it's real, but fear spreads anyway. Inside his apartment, the architect smiles. They think they can catch me, but he knows time is running out. Every empire has cracks. Every king has enemies. And now, everyone wants him, hackers jealous of his power. Governments desperate to stop him, affiliates scared for their safety. Trust begins to crumble. One night, a storm rages. Police sirens echo in a distant city. Some say they've located him. Others say he vanished. A plane ticket found. A passport under another name. Billions in crypto moved overnight and then silence. No more attacks, no more messages. The forums grow quiet. Affiliates wait, but no orders come. The architect disappears. Did he escape forever, or was he caught secretly? No one knows. Some believe he lives in luxury. Hidden on a private island, others think he rots in a secret cell. But his legend doesn't die. New gangs rise, copying his model, using his codes. His empire never truly ends, and whispers on the dark web remain. The architect is still out there, waiting, watching, planning the next strike.